Welcome to another Journalist Toolbox AI quick study. My name is Mike Riley, the founder of Journalist Toolbox. Today we're going to show you how to build a basic chart in ChatGPT with a plugin called Daigram, D-A-I-G-R.am. First things first, I would probably go and open up this link, this bit.ly link, bit.ly/Daigram. On it has all the instructions and all of the materials you'll need here, including the prompt and the text in the footer to put into Daigram so you can create your chart. So go ahead and hit pause and then come back in a second once you've got this open. Okay, welcome back. When we are all done with this exercise, we will have a chart that looks like this, little interactive chart here that you can go through and you can highlight particular years here over in the legend. Notice we've got a header here in a footer, my credit, as well as where this data came from. It's very important to have in any chart. And you would scrutinize this database or this graphic and the data driving it the same way you would any other graphic that you'd build in Data Wrapper or Flourish or any other tool, Infogram, whatever. You would go back and double check the chart against the numbers that you have and the data that you put into it. Whether it be a spreadsheet or in this case just a bunch of data that's listed on a Word doc or a Google Doc in this case. So notice I've got my header here, the descriptions of the X and Y axis, and then the data, colon, and then the date, colon, and then the number of homicides. This is Chicago homicide data. Down here I've got the footer, my credit and everything. It'll drop all this into the chart automatically. You don't need a spreadsheet. You can just cut and paste it in there with a simple prompt that tells it, use Daigram to generate a bar chart with the following data, colon, and then the information following it. So I always, whenever I work with ChatGPT plugins, I always tell it what plugin to use. It should automatically go find the right plugin to use, but I always tell it specifically which one. Use Daigram or use Scholarly AI or whatever. But anyway, you've got your data here. ChatGPT, you have to use ChatGPT Plus, $20 a month, to have plugins in your toolbox. The plugins are up here under GPT-4. It always lists 3 of them here. Daigram's here on the left. This is Scholarly AI, and I think we got Wolfram and some others here. The pull-down menu shows all the different tools you have. You can activate 3 at a time. This is as of summer 2023. And you can activate any ones you want. You can run 3 at a time up here. To set up your store in order to go in and find your plugins, and the store is always at the very bottom. You can look at the plugin store here and download, Daigram or whatever apps you want to use here. It has a little explanation about what plugins are, but you can go through and search here. It's got a new menu, installed, all of them, and you can search for them. There's new ones coming in every day, all kinds of great plugins. In order to activate this, to get this to drop down out of your toolbar at the top here, you have to go to the lower left-hand corner, click on the 3 little dots, and go to Settings. And you have to turn on the beta features. I'm still in beta right now. By the time you watch this video, it may have already ended beta and all the plugins are just automatically installed. But as of summer of 2023, you have to turn on plugins here, and then it'll activate up here, and it'll show up in your pull-down menu right here under GPT-4. If you're in 3.5, it won't show up, but in 4 it will. Okay, so now I've got GPT-4 running. I've got Daigram installed and activated. I'm going to go in and just copy my prompt and my data here, as well as my footer and my credit. And I'm just going to drop it into GPT-4, right here where it says send a message. And then hit the go button, and it'll say, drop your data and all the information in. And then it'll start saying it's using Daigram, and it'll start kicking through here. You can always stop generating down here, if you've made an error or something. Your previous activations here is in the upper left-hand corner, any chat that you've done before. It'll label the graphic in the project that you have up here. You can see I've done it earlier. And then you just wait for it to do its work. You can go and do something else. You'll come back and find it in a minute, and it'll have your chart, and then it'll have a link to an interactive version of it. And there it is. It's done the work. And if you want to look at the interactive version of the chart here, it's kind of nice. It puts the data source and your credit on there. It puts a nice headline on it. And then has all of your data down here. I haven't tried a description with it yet under the header. I'm going to do one later that way. You can go in then and take a look at your chart. So I can click here, and there's your link to your interactive chart. You can just take and publish this. You use a link shortener or something if you want to do something a little cleaner. As you can see, it does put the raw data in here. It hasn't hot linked yet or anything like that, but it'll improve. This is early AI, early version of this AI tool, so it'll only get better. But this is a good, quick way to put together a chart without having to do any coding, without having to do any spreadsheet work. If you've got a good, clean data set, you can drop it in here and then always fact check these numbers against what you see here, which you should do with any chart making tool, not just AI. So use this exercise. It'll come in handy for you. Also, before I let you go here, you also can go in and ask it to convert it into another type of chart. So once you have the data loaded in there, let's say I don't like my bar chart here, and I want to make it an area chart for some reason. It's not the best choice for this data set. I can go in and say, can you convert this data into an area chart? And I'll just paste it in instead of typing it in. And it'll convert the data over and present it as a different type of chart. I could do pie chart, line chart, just about anything in here. It does have its limitations. It's good with basic interactive charts, but the little more complex things, you don't want to use RStudio or one of the other chart making tools there. So keep this in mind, as an option for you moving forward. It doesn't have embed code yet, but you can always take this little hot link up here and just drop it into an iframe embed code and embed it into your web page. Or, like I prefer here, just to link off to the big version of it, which is kind of cool. So that's it for Daigram, helpful little AI tool, ChatGPT plugin. We'll have some more for you coming up here in the next few videos.